Welcome all to today's Kerala Blasters PC. Let's begin with Ashwati.
Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon, Rahul.
Hello,
I'm
Ashwati.
Ashwati from Half Day Football. I hope both of you are doing well. Can I ask you the player first?
Yes.
Hi, Rahul. So you missed out on most of the games this season, and you are coming straight back into an important stretch of games, which will decide the playoff spot. So how hard is that? And as a local player, how important is it to qualify for the semi-finals?
I think for sure, as a local player, as a part of team, it's really important for us to qualify. But also coming back from injury, it's really hard. In the sense, I didn't play a lot of matches, but I think what I've been doing is like, controlling what I can. Like, injury is not in my control. That happened. So after that, what I could do is like coming back, and I was focused on it. And really thankful to everyone in the club, coaching staff, all the physio team, and the club itself, because they really took care of me and they were really showing interest that I also felt like they still want me back, and that was a really great feeling. And now important part of the moment right now for us, so we are focused on the tomorrow's game.
Okay, thank you, Rahul. Hi, Coach.
Hello, Ashwati.
So basically tomorrow's match against Mumbai City is like a quarterfinals before the playoffs. So the adrenaline rush will be high, and the team which keeps their nerves cooler will have an advantage. The senior players must be familiar with it, but as for the youngsters, they might have a hard time coping with the pressure. So what will be the match day talks like, and how do you think you can motivate and keep them calm for 90 minutes?
Well, me too. As a local boy, I feel that it's very important that we are motivating tomorrow. No, of course, it is a nice fixture. We were speaking about these moments long time ago. As a football player, when you start playing football, you dream about and you work hard for these kind of games. So tomorrow it doesn't matter if you are a senior player or a young player. Of course, this is nice experience and a nice opportunity for all of us to play a good game. So that's it. So it's a good game, good opponent, and that's everything you wish for as a football player. This is the thing that you're dreaming about, to go on the pitch and play against the good teams, trying to achieve something nice. That's the beauty of football. So we have our preparation. It doesn't change a lot comparing to other games. So this is what we do. This is what we will do today to prepare this game, and hopefully tomorrow we'll be ready to show our strength on the pitch. So that's all.
Coach, thank you, Coach. Thank you, Rahul. All the best for the game.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwati. Can we have Krishnan's question, please?
Hi, Coach. Hi, Rahul. I am Krishnan from Kotsam.
Hello, Krishnan.
Hi, Coach. So my question to you is, like this is a do or die match for us. We need a result to keep our playoff hopes alive. In the first half against Chennai, we created a lot of chances, but most of the players snatched on it, and like it felt like players are under somewhat pressure to get the result. So, what do you say to players in such an instance? Like tomorrow is a must-win game also. So, how do you manage that?
There are games like our last game against Chennai where everybody was saying, it will be an easy game against the opponent who has nothing to lose. They are already mathematically out of the race. And when you have these kind of games, these games are the most difficult to win. Then in the first half, when you face an organized opponent, of course you have to find the way to break them down. And when you are facing strong organized opponent, sometimes it's not that easy. And the football game of 90-95 minutes, you need to use every moment to try to find those chances, to create them in order to score goals, which in the first half, of course, it was not that easy. In the halftime in dressing room, we talked to each other, so we showed what movements we could use and what we could create in certain moments and parts of the field in order to create those chances. So the boys, they responded very well, and in the very beginning of the second half we broke down the opponent. Then when you are 1-0 down as an opponent, they had to go a little bit higher. It opened more opportunities for us, of course, where we scored more goals. And that's the football game, because in every football game everything's different. All the games are different. You never know what can happen. So when you are facing now at the end of the competition opponents who are well organized, and you have to break them down if you are in possession, or you have to defend when they are in possession. So these kind of things now at the end make difference, especially when you are now in a tight race where the small detail can make the difference. So of course in a half time we had to reorganize certain things, we had to change certain approach, and that was it. That resulted with our victory. So, and now in the last 2 games in this competition we'll have to manage those moments, recognizing how we have to do the things and how we have to organize and manage those games. So that will be the key for last 2 games in this competition.
Okay, coach. Like a couple of injury updates. Is Dixon and Issue all are available, or are they still in recovery period and all?
They joined the team on the pitch yesterday. Today this afternoon we have a training. We'll see what's the situation, how it will evaluate, and after the training we'll see if we can count on them or not. We have today's training at 4:30, so we'll see today. We'll still not know. We'll see with the medical staff.
My question to Okay. My question to Rahul is, like, you got injured in the first match, and then how frustrating was it to sit out and mentally with all this going on in the world and like in India, and again team doing very well in your absence. So how frustrating was mentally as a player to go through that period?
To be honest, it was my toughest period of my career. Kind of like I missed almost most of the games, because in India, if you see, like, in a player average plays like 20 games, and if I'm not able to play 20 games, that's like really not up to the mark. And the more you play games, that's the only way to gain more experience. So this is also a request to all the other players who's watching this or listening to this, try to take care of your body, because you cannot be missing games or trainings when you only have 20 games in a season or more, like if you qualify, So it's kind of a tough time for a footballer for sure when you miss games, and also for me it was really frustrating. But the happiest part was team doing good. End of the day, where you're playing is for the team, and when they do good, then you're like happy, there is not really problems. But when they really don't do good, then there is also pressure for the players who's injured, why you're not back and things like that. But team, when they do good, it's really amazing to also see them playing, and I was really happy outside. But also as a player, even in off season, I worked so much to play the 20 games and more. But then when you don't get to play it, it's really not a good feeling for a player to sit outside. And the process has been really, really hard, every day working, and that's I think I really worked hard to be sitting here. Also maybe on the training field, if I'm doing training today, I have to believe in myself a lot.
Okay. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, coach. All the best for
Thank you,
tomorrow's game.
Krishnan.
Hope we qualify.
Thank you.
Thank you, Krishnan. Can we have Basil's question, please?
Thank you. Hi, coach. Hi, Rahul. This is Basil from Zilis.
Hello, Basil.
Let me start with you first. So we have 3 players, Alvaro, Diaz, and Dia, 3 yellow cards so far. So they are in a verge of getting another card and being suspended for next game. As we are playing a pressing or attack-oriented football, there's a high chance for these players to get another one. So how would you tackle this situation?
Well, these boys, they are grown-ups, and they know the responsibility being on the pitch and playing these kind of games, and we talk about that even before the game. But you never know, during one football game, when you are in the duels, when you tackle, and especially with some different, I'll say, referee's decision, you never know. Sometimes when you are in a duel full of adrenaline and your action and reaction on the pitch, it happens that you get yellow cards, so it leads you to suspension. But that's the part of football. So they are now at that limit. So hope that tomorrow they will not get yellow card on a stupid way. We don't know. This year we were never in the favor of referees, but we cannot count on those things. They have to be ready 100%. They have to be concentrated. So, and then we'll see how they will manage their game. So of course they know that they are on that limit. We know, and we can just talk about it and say that they should be careful. So not making stupid fouls which will lead them to yellow cards, not discussing with the referees, not losing temper, not losing energy, being concentrated on our game. And that's how they can go through the whole 90-95 minutes without getting booked. So hopefully it will be the case tomorrow, but you never know. We'll see tomorrow.
And also, Mumbai has been playing like attack-oriented football so far in the league. They are placed third, I guess, when it comes to goal scoring with 34 goals or something. And on the other hand, KBFC, is the least conceded team with just 19 goals. So as we are in a do or die situation, do you think scoring 1 or 2 goals and defend until the final whistle would work tomorrow? Or are you planning to play like all out attack kind of football?
Seeing that the game is one of the final games in this competition, having big stakes, of course there will be part of the game where you want to press high, where you need to defend. So of course our style and the way we play, we like to have possession, we have to press high, we like to create chances. On the other hand, we like to have clean sheets, with our defensive line, with our block. So I think that in tomorrow's game both teams will consider organizing, having all those elements, because it's not like it was in November or December, because it's a difficult and different period. Many things have changed since then, not only in our camp or our opponent's camp, but in all other teams. You see many injuries around ISL now in all teams. Even I think 1 month ago, even before that, I was telling that many teams will suffer with injuries, many teams will not end up the season in full squads, because that's the format of ISL. So tomorrow, I think they will try to attack, we will try to attack. They will have to defend, we will have to defend. I think that in tomorrow's game, we'll see all elements of a football where both teams will be fighting for points. Because from point of view from both coaches, we want to get the points. So that's it. So it will be an open fight, and it will be like exhausting fight till the last moment. That's what I am expecting from tomorrow's game.
Thank you so much, Coach. Hi, Rahul. Let me just ask you one thing.
Yep.
So we have seen you working so hard for the team. I have my friends at KBFC telling me you are one of the guys who really set it out in the training sessions. But injuries have been pulling you back so many times. So do you have any future plans, like not to be an injury-prone footballer?
I cannot answer to this question in a way like I want to. No player want to get injured, because more than anyone, if I'm here because I love football. I want to play every games. That's how I think, and that's how I want every player. Nobody want to just say I want to sit out or miss a training or miss a game. Nobody want to do that. When a person really loves football, and that's all I want to do. And I can never say something that I can never control, because some injuries maybe players can control by taking care of their body. Sometimes when you don't take care of your body, you can get certain injuries like muscle pulls or something, and that's something you can maybe take care of, but some things is unpredictable. You never know how you can get it. So I think my thing is to understand my game and play the way that I am and keep it up with it, and not worry about the injuries, because the injuries that I can avoid, for sure I'll try my best to do that. But the injuries that I cannot do nothing, it can happen anytime. I never know. We can walk here also, you can break your ankle. So it's never in your hands. So I just hope that nothing really happens. And I'm grown up with a lot of passion, and football is just not just being a sport, it's just in my blood.
Yeah.
And it's always been there. My father's brother, everyone been into football before. So I know how it feels to be here, and I know where I am today, and I'm really blessed, and I'm still with a smile even I have injuries or anything, because I'm doing something that I can enjoy and still learn from it, and that's like a big blessings. Not everyone can do that, not everyone have this kind of comfort. You get to do what you love and still get paid from it is like a really good blessings, and I have to respect the
That's
sport.
right.
So I'm here doing what I can, and I love the sport, and I'll do everything in a possible way to play football because I'm nothing without football for sure.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, coach. Thank you so much, Rahul.
Thank you, Basil.
That's all from my side.
Thank you, Basil. Do we have any more questions?
Can I go?
May I know who is this, please?
Kaushal from IFTWC.
Okay, Kaushal.
Yes, hi coach, I'm from IFTWC. So my question is that Mumbai is a team who have scored most of their goals in the first half this season. Although Kerala haven't considered a lot in the first half, whenever they have considered in the first half, they haven't been able to win those matches. So do you think this has to do with the mentality of the players, and how do you look to resolve this aspect of the game as we are already into the final run of matches?
Well, these are the statistics showing how certain teams perform in the first and the second half, and of course, in these kind of games, like we are about to play tomorrow, this is the game where you have to be fully concentrated and organized because you are facing a good opponent. But again, all the games since we started for us were tough, and all the games were difficult. Not one game for us was easy. So both teams know that tomorrow we are facing good teams with good organization, good scoring possibilities, physical work and physical fight. So when we see the statistics, it can give us some information. But I think that tomorrow we'll see completely different approach and different game than anything else. And I think now at the end, like in last week, it's about character and mentality, how you will attack and how you will approach the game. Of course, speaking tactically, or it's about fight, it's about pressure, it's about how you will face certain moments during that game, and it will make a difference tomorrow. So that's a good team with quality players who can score goals easily. From the other side, we are the team who wants to be tough to beat. Also with the players who can score in front. So I think that both teams tomorrow will be organized, both teams will be very careful, and both teams will be trying to, put the stamp and show that they can dominate the game. So I think, and I'm expecting, like I said, interesting and good game from both sides, and all these statistics now we have to put aside because it will be a fight for points, because there is no more time and space later to calculate, to think about, or it's a last week. It's a last week, last two games, so you have to go all in. That's all.
Thank you, coach, and all the best to both of you for tomorrow's game.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kaushal. Do we have any more questions?
Yeah, I have a question. This is Abid Ali from TFNB.
Hello, Abid
Shall I
Ali.
proceed with it?
Okay.
Oh, thanks, coach. My question is to Rahul. Earlier seasons, you were playing in the right wing or predominantly in the wing positions. During last game, we saw you more towards the center, like a second striker. Which role do you prefer? What are the changes you have to make in your game for the role change?
To be honest, for me, I'm a player who got used to playing different position. Even I think I played World Cup as a right back on my first game, and I also play striker, attacking midfielder, and both sides winger. So I think there has never really been a problem with me, like trying to adapt to a new position, learn a lot. But for sure, I'm still a young player. I need to learn a lot from every position. I'm not saying I'm a perfect winger or a perfect striker, no, but I think I can play without thinking too much, like some basics I got, and I still need to learn from every position that I play. But also it depends on the coach, you have to be ready when the coach puts you somewhere, because he have the trust in you and he thinks that you can do something, and coach should never put you somewhere else without thinking that I'm right for that position. So I have to be flexible, maybe not everyone can be flexible playing different positions, but I think I can because I've got used to it. Before also the teams that I've played as striker, also wingers, and also right back and attacking midfielders. Every position that I've tried. So for me, it wasn't really a hard thing for me to adapt to that position. So I think I'm flexible and I can play because I believe in myself that I can play.
Really? Right back?
Yeah, but I don't want to tell you because you may put me in right back.
Thanks. From tomorrow we change your position. You go to right back.
But coach,
So I guess
Thanks.
we have a new
Top.
option for right back then.
Excellent.
you asked the wrong question.
Thanks, Rahul. Top.
I never told
It's
coach
good for
about
the
this
team,
because
new
I was
right
scared
back.
he would put me in right back and see. And if I play good, then I will stop scoring. I don't
You
know.
don't have to be scared now. We'll put you. Don't worry.
Anyways, thanks for the answer. All the best. I hope you guys qualify.
Thank
All the
you.
best for the league.
Thank you very much, Abid Ali.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any more questions? So I guess that was the last question. Let's wrap today's PC. Thank you, coach. Thank you, Rahul, for joining.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you.
Good luck for tomorrow's match.
Thanks.